There was a time when I embraced a life of constant movement, hopping from one odd job to another, seeking adventure and a few extra bucks to make ends meet. But it was the summer of 1995 when my wanderlust led me down a path that forever altered my perception of reality. It was a journey that spiraled into a horrifying enigma, leaving me questioning my own sanity. At the time, I found myself on the outskirts of a small town called Blackwood. Its name sent shivers down my spine, but I brushed off the superstitions that clung to it like a dense fog. Determined to make rent, I scanned through local newspapers, hoping to stumble upon an opportunity that would quench my urgent thirst for adventure. Then I saw it, a cryptic job advertisement that beckoned to the curious soul within me. The ad requested a young man, preferably with a vehicle, who could work nights. The payment offered was more than generous, $100 per day. It was an offer that reeked of mystery, and I could not resist the temptation. With an equal mix of anticipation and excitement, I dialed the phone number provided. A gravelly voice answered on the other end, instructing me to meet an old, broken-down Victorian mansion on the outskirts of Blackwood. I drove there, my pulse quickening with every passing mile. The mansion, wrapped in an eerie silence, stood as a testament to the passage of time. I hesitated for a moment before stepping through its creaking front doors, only to be greeted by a man of weathered demeanor, who introduced himself as Mr. Sinclair. His piercing gaze, hidden beneath a brimmed hat, seemed to scrutinize my very soul. "You'll do," Mr. Sinclair muttered, his voice carrying an unsettling undertone. He beckoned me to sit at a grand mahogany table in the mansion's parlor. The air was heavy, laden with the scent of old books and secrets buried deep within the walls. "I require someone who can keep secrets," Mr. Sinclair continued, his words hanging in the air like a heavy fog. "Confidentiality is of utmost importance. Can I trust you?" Intrigued and slightly unnerved, I assured him that my discretion was unwavering. He leaned back, his eyes narrowing as he observed me intently. "Excellent," he said, his voice dripping with anticipation. "You have the vehicle, the tenacity, and the spirit needed for this task." He proceeded to reveal the details of the job, a nightly expedition to a forgotten stretch of road, ominously known as the Vale of Shadows. My task was simple: to drive along the road, engulfed in darkness, while blasting music from my car stereo. The purpose remained obscure, cloaked in the dark nature of Mr. Sinclair's words. Curiosity tinged with unease fueled my decision to accept the task. That very night, I embarked on my first journey into the Vale of Shadows. The road was a squirming serpent in the night, its asphalt swallowed by the abyss. With excitement coursing through my veins, I turned on the radio and unleashed a torrent of music that pierced the silence. As I traveled the desolate road, an inexplicable feeling of being watched engulfed me. Shadows danced at the edge of my vision, and whispers echoed in the wind. The music emanating from the stereo morphed into something otherworldly, its haunting melody clawing at my sanity. Fear threatened to consume me, yet a strange compulsion kept me driving forward. With each passing night, the Vale of Shadows seemed to grow more malicious. The darkness thickened, pressing against the windows of my car like a physical entity. Whispers turned into low murmurs that reverberated through my bones, and the shadows twisted and contorted, taking on grotesque shapes. Yet I couldn't bring myself to abandon the task. It was as if an invisible force held me captive, compelling me to continue down the desolate road. The music, now an ethereal symphony, resonated with a haunting beauty that both captivated and terrified me. In the depths of the night, when the veil between realms was at its thinnest, I caught glimpses of figures, apparitions that lingered on the edge of my vision. They were shadows given form, phantoms trapped between the worlds of the living and the dead. Their hollow eyes followed me, the presence suffocating, and I could feel their sorrow, their longing for release. As the nights turned into weeks, I began to question my own sanity. The line between reality and nightmare blurred, and I found myself slipping into a state of perpetual unease. Sleep became an elusive luxury, plagued by dreams haunted by the faces of the shadows. One night, as I drove along the Vale of Shadows, a spectral figure materialized before me, blocking my path. Its eyes glowed with a supernatural light, and its outstretched hand beckoned me to stop. My heart pounded in my chest as I slammed on the brakes, my car screeching to a halt. I sat there, frozen in terror, as the figure slowly approached the driver's side window. Its form flickered, as if struggling to maintain its presence in our realm, and then it spoke, a soft, ethereal voice that carried an undercurrent of sorrow. "Release us," it whispered, its voice barely audible above the wind. "Free us from this eternal torment." In that moment, the truth dawned upon me. The Vale of Shadows was not a mere road haunted by restless spirits. It was a gateway, a conduit for lost souls trapped between worlds. In the music I had been blasting each night, it was a key, resonating with a frequency that could bridge the divide. Summoning every ounce of courage, I turned off the stereo. The air grew still, and a profound silence engulfed the surroundings. The figure before me flickered, its features became more distinct, and then, with a final, mournful sigh, it dissipated into the night, carried away by a gentle breeze. Word of my encounters with the spirits of the Vale of Shadows spread, and soon others came forward with their own experiences. Together, we worked to understand the tragic history that had bound these lost souls to the desolate road. Over time, we formed a group dedicated to providing closure and release for the trapped spirits. We conducted research, delving into town's archives and consulting with experts in the paranormal phenomena. With each successful liberation, the Vale of Shadows grew quieter, its darkness receding. Years have passed since that fateful summer, but the Vale of Shadows remains an enigma, defying all attempts to unravel its secrets. Despite my tireless efforts to bring solace to the restless souls that wander its realms, the darkness persists, teasing me with its elusive nature. As I grew older, my obsession with the Vale deepened. I delved into ancient texts, consulted experts, and conducted countless experiments, but each revelation only led to more questions. The whispers that once echoed in my mind grew louder, urging me to uncover the truth that lay hidden within. Determined not to be defeated, I embarked on a final journey to the Vale of Shadows. Armed with newfound knowledge and unwavering resolve, I ventured deeper into the heart of the supernatural, navigating treacherous paths and facing unimaginable challenges. But what awaited me on the other side was beyond anything I could have anticipated. As I stepped through the veil, the world around me morphed into a ghostly landscape, filled with shimmering lights and surreal beauty. It was a realm untouched by time, a place where dreams and nightmares intertwined. In that moment, I realized that the Vale of Shadows was not just a conduit between the living and the departed. It was a sentient entity, a guardian of lost knowledge, and a test of human curiosity. It had drawn me in, entangled me in its web, and now it revealed in my pursuit of its mysteries. As I continued my journey, the veil taunted me with glimpses of truth, only to snatch them away when I drew near. It fed on my desperation, fueling my determination to uncover its secrets. I became a puppet in its intricate game, manipulated by forces beyond my comprehension. In the depths of the veil, I encountered other seekers like me, lost souls consumed by their thirst for knowledge. Together, we formed a fragile alliance, sharing our insights and experiences. But as time passed, we grew more fragmented, suspicious of one another's motives, for the veil had planted seeds of doubt within our mind. And then, when I believed I had come close to unlocking the veil's ultimate secret, it revealed its true nature. It was not a realm of forgotten souls or ancient wisdom. It was a mirror, reflecting the deepest desires and fears of those who dared to cross into its threshold. The veil showed me my own reflection, distorted and twisted, as it whispered truths I had long denied. It exposed the darkness within me, the insatiable hunger for knowledge that had blinded me into consciousness of my obsession. The veil had become my own personal purgatory, punishment for my relentless pursuit of lost truths. Now, trapped within the Vale of Shadows, I am left to wander its infinite corridors, forever tormented by the echoes of my own ambitions. The twist of fate that brought me here serves as a cautionary tale for those who dare to defy the boundaries of the unknown. So if you ever find yourself drawn to the veil's seductive mysteries, heed my warning. Turn away from its alluring whispers, for they led not to enlightenment, but to a twisted fate of eternal longing and regret.